All right, welcome back to the No Nonsense Podcast. I'm here with the fellas. In today's episode, we'll be covering some NBA news. We'll be recapping what happened in college football over the weekend, this upcoming college football slate. And yes, the NFL is finally here. So we'll be giving out breakdowns and predictions to each individual game, along with our locks of the week. And how could I even forget the No Nonsense Parlay of the week?
Yes, sir.
All right, so let's start this episode off in the NBA today. So in NBA news, Donovan Mitchell was traded to the Cavs. In return, the Jazz received Colin Sexton, Lauri Markkanen, Ochai Agbaji, 3 unprotected first-round picks, and also pick swaps in years 26 through 28. So what's your guys' thoughts on that? Donna, you can start.
This trade to me makes sense for both sides. I think Utah's in a complete rebuild. They get draft capital, some young guys, and depth. I mean, that's all they really have at this point. And for Cleveland, I mean, you guys saw them last year push the playing game, and I think Darius Garland last year proved he was the point. He was going to be their number one point guard. So Colin Sexton, get him out, bring in Donovan Mitchell, bring in another scoring option with the Jared Allen and the Mobley, and then you have Darius Garland. Now Donovan Mitchell can come in there, kind of bring that extra it factor to it. The funny thing about this trade, though, is the rumor right after it happened of what the Knicks offered. Right, I saw that the Knicks tried to give up R.J. Barrett, Obi Toppin, Evan Fournier, 2 unprotected firsts, and a couple of protected pick swaps. That to me sounds better than what Cleveland gave up. So why did Utah turn down the Knicks deal that was offered 3 days before the Cleveland deal?
See, I didn't see that. I saw the one that included Quentin Grimes, and the Knicks weren't trying to part ways with him. That's what I saw. Because that deal right there, that sounds like a better deal to me.
Yeah,
Maybe he has something to do with it. It's like he's been there for years now and been their centerpiece. So maybe that he didn't agree with the trade and they just didn't want to send him somewhere he didn't.
Yeah, maybe because I mean, if they get rid of RJ and Obi, maybe he's
for
like
him,
what New York got to offer.
Right. I mean, to him, it could just be a better situation. Like this team played in the play-in game, and they're in need of a shooting guard. You are a shooting guard, so
right.
That makes sense to me if that is how it went down.
Like I said, I like the trade on both sides. I think Utah got the capital they need to kind of completely start this rebuild process, and Cleveland got a much needed score. So
no, I agree with you. I love the fit for Mitchell being on a younger team now. I think we can all agree things just weren't working out in Utah, and clearly, like you said, they're going to rebuild. Now you see they're trying to trade Mike Conley. They said potentially to the Lakers. They're probably going to try to grab some picks for him. And then with Mitchell in Cleveland, just pairing him with a playmaker like Garland, it's only going to elevate his play. Now for them, question is, are they going to be a contender now? They made the playing game last year. So really, I could see them sitting at like the 4 or 5 seed. I can't really push them above that with some of those top teams in the East. I don't think they're better than Miami. Don't think they're better than Boston, Brooklyn. So yeah, maybe that 4 or 5 seed. That's where I have them sitting at. Maybe
I think
Philly
they compete with the Bulls. I would say.
Yeah, that was my comparison. I think they're good with the Bulls, and then I think in a playoff scenario, I think unless Jimmy, I mean, we saw Jimmy had to put 40 a night to put them where they were. I mean, I'd like Cleveland's roster a lot.
I mean, they surprised me a lot last year.
So exactly, and to me, they surprised me a lot. They were very young. They're now more experienced. They just added a key guy who we've seen in the playoffs goes absolutely bananas. I wouldn't be surprised if they make a nice playoff run. I'm not trying to get too onto the hype train right now, but I love Garland. I love Jared Allen. So Mobley had a hell of a season last year. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's pretty solid on both sides. I'm happy for Colin Sexton. Finally gets a fresh start in Utah. And I think the guy that people were sleeping on that's still on the team in Cleveland, isn't Karis LeVert still there?
Yeah.
I mean, Karis LeVert, odd man out.
He's a bucket, yeah.
Got K-Love coming off the bench. This might be his last hurrah. I mean,
they got Rubio back too, right?
Yeah, I could see them. I'm not saying they're going to make a a run for the East, but I could see them pushing a couple teams in the first and second round.
Mm-hmm. I
mean-
could see the first and second round if they make it past the first swing on matchups. I could see them both being 6-7 game series.
Yeah, what's crazy? I think they flip-flopped a couple teams. I personally think they're better than the Hawks.
Mhm.
I think they
with Murray now.
Yeah, I'm still taking them over the Hawks.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just
for me, it's the depth.
yeah, they don't have it.
Yeah.
in Atlanta.
and I'm not a fan of like is Collins still in the Hawks?
Collins.
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
John Collins,
Yeah, I'm loving Mobley and Jared Allen. I'm loving just that little backcourt. I don't really like the Capella Collins experiment. And then I think they skyrocketed past. I was actually kind of loving the Charlotte, kind of the young, but they just didn't add more on. They just kind of got left in the dust. And then I mean, we'll see what's up with Chicago. I was hearing Levine wanted out for a while.
You guys just see that
season.
you see Lonzo's he's not ready.
Season.
Yeah, he's not gonna be ready week
Yeah.
1. Like,
That sucks.
bruh, he's gonna go down as one of those what if players. Like, imagine if he stayed healthy.
I mean, this is a drastic statement. I'm not saying they could beat the Bucks, but I think they pushed the Bucks.
Matchup wise.
Yeah, hell yeah. I think that Brook Lopez train's kind of fallen off. And then
past his time.
whatever Middleton shows up.
So Trent said he doesn't think they're better than Brooklyn. I like them against Brooklyn
I don't.
personally.
To beat Brooklyn?
No chance. No chance.
I think they do have a chance.
Yeah,
No, I said
I
they-
like.
I'm
I
saying
like
they
him
could push them to
against
6 and 7, but I don't know about.
With your boy Ben Simmons back, no
I
chance.
like him. I like him against. I like him against Brooklyn, bro.
Yeah.
I like him truly. Yeah, Brooklyn doesn't have
Yeah.
anybody outside their starting 5.
I'm
So
not going to say Brooklyn can beat them. I mean,
Yeah, Brooklyn-
could
I mean,
smoke them.
right. I mean, Trent, you touched on it. We saw Brooklyn without Ben Simmons, without Joe Harris. Like, just brought in the Seth Curry. Like, but their bench, there's nobody on their bench. So I am perfect. I like Cleveland. I think Cleveland.
It's close.
I don't think they have a better record than Brooklyn. But I think if that's a matchup, I think it definitely goes 6-7, and I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, they just got swept by Boston on all close games, but they didn't win one. I wouldn't be surprised if it's kind of the same situation.
Well, I mean, don't be surprised if they do have a better record than Brooklyn. You don't know if KD's playing or how many games he's playing. You don't know how many Kyrie's going to play or Ben Simmons.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I said, I like it for both sides.
Oh, yeah.
What I am curious about, and you guys might be able to add on to this, I don't know, the free agents next year coming up. Because they have
no clue.
so much draft capital now to where it's like, if there's anybody they want, they can grab in free agency. They're not paying anybody. And then you got all that draft capital to where you can trade and kind of build a win now team. They got what, 5 picks for the Jazz. They got 5 picks for Rudy, and then they just got what, 2 picks and 2 swaps with Cleveland. So now they have 7 years of first round picks. They could, or 7 extra first round picks over the next 5 years, to where they can just literally flood and just get whoever they want in to pair up with a good a good high pick this year, because they don't have anybody. They're not going to win games this season. Let's be honest. They're going to get a good draft pick, free agency next year. They bring somebody else in to match with a draft pick, and then they have trade value. I mean, this could be the quickest rebuild we've ever seen. Truthfully,
I would say the last thing I would bring up is who's worse, them or San Antonio next year?
San Antonio.
I know both of them are trying for that French guy.
Utah.
Simple as that.
You know, San Antonio loves the foreign players, so I could see that happening.
It doesn't matter
same
which
Utah.
one's worse.
They had Rudy Gobert.
It doesn't matter which team's worse. Whoever finishes with a better
I mean,
record
it's
will get
a
the first
lottery.
overall pick.
It's a lottery. You don't
Whichever
know.
one of those two finishes with a better overall, the better
Touche.
record, will get the pick.
I just want to see OKC get him.
That'd be sick.
Like we talked
I would
about.
love to see that.
Yeah, that'd be crazy. That'd be a definition of Twin Towers.
Yo, you guys see Josh Giddey's a virgin?
Didn't see that.
Where'd he play at? Did he get a big?
I don't know. It was like on Twitter today. I saw it's like he's the only guy in the NBA that's accountable as a virgin.
That's fucking crazy.
Yeah,
But-
I thought he was like dating Paige Beckers.
I don't know. But yeah, let's switch over onto a different sport. Let's jump into college football. Let's start off. How do you guys feel about Florida upsetting Utah? I mean, that was
You
a crazy
see it, big
game.
dog. You know what I mean?
It's crazy. So Saturday, I think I sent you guys my picks, and I was talked out
this
of.
was just like a random parlay, right?
Right. Yeah, this is just my college bets of the day. I wanted to kind of look around the games. Did some research on Saturday going into it. And this game, I fell in love with Florida in this game, right? All right, a lot of hype behind Anthony Richardson. He's solidified first round pick next year, but has the potential to really shock the nation and become a top 10 pick He's a Heisman hopeful, not a candidate or contestant right now, but the better he plays, like he's a Heisman hopeful already. So I don't understand why I should have stuck with my bet, but I got talked out of it. But Anthony Richardson's the truth. I don't know if you guys watched the highlights of that game. He's a
I watched
dog.
the game.
I do want to watch him kind of do more reads, like drop back, read, throw. They ran a lot of read
Well,
options with him.
some
It
of
was
the
just
play
run,
calls were
run, run,
questionable,
run,
too.
run. And even
Well,
when he did have a chance, he took
I don't
off.
I don't know who, because I even looked at another like way too early mock draft today. He's not in the first round, according to Mel Kiper, at least.
Yeah, Mel Kiper's an idiot, though. I don't care what he has to say about
Well, who the fuck are you reading?
Hold on. I'm about to pull it up.
I mean, he balled out. I really didn't expect it, but for you to, if you can really sit there and say you're taking a guy
Who's
making
U2?
his second start on an unranked team to beat Utah, top 10 team. I mean, you do that any week you want to. I'm not putting my money on it.
I mean, I just knew what type of player he was because obviously that's my team, and
It's his second start.
Yeah, but I'm
you
saying
haven't
I've
seen much of him.
But I've seen the off-season workouts and the progression that he's put in. Like I knew he's getting better. So like I mean, I wasn't expecting him to come out and have a field day like he did. But I mean, I'll tell you what, I think there's going to be big things for him in the future. Just from the way he can impact the game throwing and running. But he's definitely going to be tested playing in the SEC.
Draft
Georgia,
projection, mid first round, position ranked number 3 as of right now, according to NFL Scout Draft Buzz.
I mean,
no, see the top 3 I've seen is he's maybe 5. I've seen fucking Stroud, Bryce Young, Sam Hartman, and Will Levis from Kentucky. They are the solidified top 4.
Well, they play Kentucky next or this week, so I guess we'll see.
And I'm taking Florida again, baby.
Who performs a little better? But I agree to what you're saying, Johnny. It's one game. I'm not going to go and say he's a solidified first because I mean,
making a second start. That's
who knows how the draft's going to pan out anyway, picks wise and whatnot. But definitely like what I saw, especially as a fan.
I'm letting you know right now, if Carson Wentz doesn't work out, he is the type of guy Ron Rivera will go after. If Ron makes it through,
like him over Carson Wentz.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying if Carson doesn't play well this season, that's the kind of guy that Ron would go for. No, I mean, y'all know me. We're gonna win 10, 11 games this year, and it's not gonna matter.
Sounds good.
But for you haters out there that think we're not,
haters are real.
Well, I mean, 10 games that puts you mid first round.
Yeah, but he'll be higher up. He'll be higher up by the time that comes.
They're not gonna have to worry about it.
I mean, you don't. It sounds good. You're going to see him against the LSUs. You're going to see him against Georgia. You're going to see him against Alabama.
I just saw him against Utah.
We don't play Bama in the regular season.
Utah's not SEC football.
No,
different breed. They have Georgia, A&M, and LSU. Those were, and then Kentucky this week.
They'll beat LSU. LSU's a bunch of frauds.
They're not. That was just the word. That's just the worst special team performance in college football history. That should not have been a game. Damn. 2 muff punts, a fucking blocked field goal, and a blocked extra point, and you still only lost the game by 1. That's.
Bro, I got a story about
disgusting.
That.
Oh, shit's crazy.
Big facts.
I'm riding with Florida this year though. I'm gonna watch every single one of their games because
I might as well be a fan now. Okay.
Not a fan, but this year, like I said, that's my team to watch this year.
I like your enthusiasm.
Like it. Yeah.
But I'm with Johnny, yo. I'm thinking when he starts playing these real teams, you might start seeing some bad habits, some flaws that we haven't seen. I don't personally. He looked great. He had a couple great highlights. I don't see him in the first round.
I can't.
He's way too raw. Way too raw.
We'll see.
Anyways, all right, let's move on. What I would want to go over with you guys is the last week's parlay. and the results of the parlay, I will say, it ended quickly. Very quickly. I mean, it was a great fucking game.
It was a great game.
Yeah, but jumped the gun a little bit with the Purdue pick. I don't know how
we almost ran it back though.
But yeah, so we do owe. So what we're gonna be doing this year with our parlay lays, the legs that do fail, we'll be taking whatever alcoholic beverage you want to the head with a chugging style of instrument. But we'll be doing that. So it looks like from last week's results, I will give credit where credit's due. Donovan's pick looked great. So did Johnny's.
I'll tell you what.
One hell of a game.
Appalachians 40 fucking points in one quarter. They tried to do it.
Yeah, that was the craziest thing I've ever seen.
That was the craziest shit I've ever seen.
Wait, how many did they score in the fourth?
They 40. Alone scored 40. There was 60 something points.
You know what's crazy? UNC was up like 21, and I was about to text in the chat like, "Good shit, John," and I was like, "Let me not jinx it, because I already know how it works."
Yeah, so
tried to do it.
I'm gonna go ahead and take this from here. Trent, go ahead and get your alcoholic beverages. And Johnny and I will talk about these college games real quick. Go ahead and talk about these legs that did hit and that didn't. So if you guys do remember, Anthony picked Purdue plus 3.5. That was a pretty good game. Came down to the wire. Anything special you saw in that Penn State game, Johnny? Being an Ohio State fan, anything you saw that kind of, I don't want to say shook you, because I don't think they looked that great, but anything that was worrisome is Penn State in the future, maybe?
No.
No?
Yeah, no, honestly, they just, to me, I'm not surprised by it, but I get why, like the frustration for the fans. I know all along they're going to ride with their 6-year guy over the true freshman.
That drew a lot. He looked really good. He made a couple really nice throws. Anthony, I gotta ask, bro, what the fuck are you drinking that out of? Is that a homemade contraption?
Well, I hope they sponsor us one day, but it's by Kong. It's the cup that has a beer bong at the bottom of it.
Kong with a K or C?
K.
King Kong, boy. You see it.
Yeah.
I thought it was the country you're from, Congo.
Boy, that's definitely
Oh.
All right. Go ahead.
On to next week.
Hold on. We ready?
Yeah. On to next week.
Go crazy. All right. And then Trent's leg that missed, the reason he's drinking is that Florida State LSU game. He took the over 51.5. And you chalked that.
It was
24. All right, so hold on. Let me tell you
24-23. So if they make that extra point, regardless of what happens, it goes to overtime and the over hits.
Well, here's it's not the NFL. And if I'm the head coach, no bullshit. If I'm the head coach, we have a missed field goal or a blocked field goal, a blocked extra point already.
2 points.
2 muff punts. What? You just drove 99 fucking yards in one possession. Why not just go for the win?
I thought they were.
Yeah, I mean,
when you chalk it like that, so I didn't watch much of this game. And when you chalk it up like that, I didn't know it was that bad on special teams. I know they muffed the punt because the game shouldn't have been that close, right? Because they muffed the punt with 2 minutes left. And Old Boys fumbled on the 1 yard line.
Yep.
So when you break it down like that, it's like, why didn't they just go for 2 and go for the win?
Yep.
Well, it's just crazy how it all played out. Because in the third quarter, you messaged the chat and you were like, "Yeah, Trent, you owe us a shotgun." And I was like, "What did I say? Do you remember what I said?"
Yeah, I'm hoping for overtime.
So, bro, I'm telling you, I'm watching this game in the fourth. They get the stop, the punt. I'm like, oh, right here, we're about to get the ball back and go down the field
swinging
and score.
At the air,
bro.
Boy.
I was cheesing, boy. Buddy must have punt, and I'm just hurt.
Bro. See, for there, I'm just because all you did was take the over. So even if Florida State scores there,
they
I'm
were
cool.
Gonna score, yeah, and then LSU was gonna get the ball back. So then they fumble, and I'm like, all right, we got the ball back. There's a chance though for OT. There's a chance.
That shit was insane.
Bro, it was crazy.
Nuts.
But even the part that drove me crazy was as soon as they scored, I called Donovan.
Yeah,
I said, yo, you watching the game? I was like, this is crazy. It's about to go to OT. He was like, there's no shot. The game's still on. I was like, hold up. Let me make sure they make this kick. As soon as I said that, they kick it, it gets blocked. I hung up the phone on him.
He just hangs up on his
on the bed. I'm out of here. Good night.
That's awesome.
Yeah, so that's how that played out. I was definitely not too happy. For the ones that did tail us, you would have made about like 350 or something if you put at least 20 on it. So
yeah,
we'll get it back.
Yeah, new week, new day.
And did redeem himself because obviously he lost his on the Thursday game.
Yeah,
but he came back. He doubled it up on and I'm not gonna lie to you. I almost didn't rock with him because he cost us on Thursday. But he went down with I think it was Oklahoma.
Yeah,
31
Oklahoma
points?
or Michigan. They both.
Yeah. He was like, I'm going with a 31 pointer, and I said, bro, that is a lot of points. And he's like, I got faith, and you know me, I'm riding with the boys, and
Hey,
That
Johnny
shit
backed
hit.
me up too. Johnny was like, that shit's probably gonna be done in the second quarter.
It was 21-0 at first, right?
Yeah, they were wrecking.
That shit was crazy.
Who's their quarterback
But-
now for Oklahoma? Real quick.
It's a
Well,
transfer portal.
Caleb
quarterback.
Williams is
Dylan,
left, right?
Dylan Gabriel
Okay, Gabriel. Yeah, that's what.
from UCF.
Okay.
But yeah.
Well, all you other degenerates, let's talk about the top 3 college football games this week. So if you guys want our expertise in it. So let's start with, I mean, they're not even ranked, but they're all talking about it. Number 1 Alabama -20 versus Texas, and I'm pretty sure it's in Texas as well.
I think the reason people are talking about it is because it's only 20 points.
Well,
Big
they
facts.
saw like
Right.
I think this was the first time ever in history where out of all the games on their schedule, Bama is a double-digit favorite in every game.
Wow.
Hmm.
So that's a
Wow.
fun fact for you right there. And I'm taking Bama this week. On that note,
With the points.
with the
Yeah,
points.
I'm still riding Bama to cover.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
betting Bama. I bet Bama to cover every week, and you'll hit 8 out of 10 weeks.
Did you guys see how Bryce Young looked?
He played Utah State.
But
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
didn't.
saying-
I
but I'm
didn't turn the
saying from
game
what-
on. I'm not
Six
gonna lie.
touchdowns.
I didn't turn the game on, bro.
It was a tune-up game.
Yeah.
Nah, so is on other news when it comes to Texas, are they still getting the Manning boy?
Yes.
Yes.
Is that why it's bringing a little attention, or is that just
They have the number 1 recruit of all time, I believe, Quinn Ewers at quarterback, just transferred from Ohio State. So they have him this year, bringing in Manning next year.
Oh, shit.
Sarkisian apparently has done really good work with. He used to work with Matt Ryan in
Okay.
Atlanta. So I think that's been the draw for these younger quarterbacks.
I
is
forgot
they see what
about,
he's done
him.
with.
Oh, so there's a little more to this.
Yeah,
Because you were praising him a lot last year.
yeah. I mean Texas hasn't been Texas for a long time, but when you look
Yeah.
at number
Yeah.
1 overall recruits of all time, they have like 3 of the top 5. Vince Young was one of them, Quinn's
Mhm.
one of them, and Archie Manning.
I think I asked you if he was really that good.
He's legit.
Yeah,
He is legit.
So is this game gonna be closer than I'm talking about,
Johnny?
Johnny, or should I rock?
Yeah.
the
I mean,
points?
they have a quarterback and a running back and nothing else.
Nothing else,
That's-
okay.
Yeah.
All right, so
I
you're
mean,
saying-
Alabama. Yeah, I'm rocking with Alabama.
Okay.
all right.
Alabama's gonna shut that shit down.
He's gonna be seeing a lot of Will Anderson.
That man's a monster. All right, let's move to the next game. Hopefully this one's closer. Number 24 Tennessee -6.5 versus number 17 Pittsburgh. And I'm pretty sure that's in Pittsburgh as well, right? Yeah. Fact check.
Mhm.
I didn't look.
I think
I
you're
saw
right,
it.
I
is that-
want to say it isn't Pitt, but I
I
can
think-
Yeah,
I
I put
think,
everything to the right. Yeah, it definitely is in
Pitt-
Pittsburgh.
Didn't Pittsburgh
thought
play
so.
at Dub V last week or not?
Yeah, but I
No,
wasn't impressed by
W
either.
went
Yeah.
up to
Oh, okay.
Pittsburgh.
Regardless, I'm taking Tennessee.
Yeah.
Got to rock with the SEC team.
Yeah, it's crazy too because Pitt should have lost last week.
Yeah.
Bro, I don't know how you dropped that ball. That is a gimme.
It's a practice sketch.
That's literally I don't to be him. And I was off and on that game. It was another game on. What game
It
was
was
I
Penn
watching?
State, Purdue.
Penn State.
Yeah.
That's the game. I was watching that Penn State Purdue. And so I was back and forth on that. But apparently that receiver been going crazy that game. Don't
Yeah.
know his name, but apparently he's been snapping. And then to drop that and turn it into the pick six that loses you, that's crazy shit.
That's a hurdy.
That's
Yeah, well, I would tell you that Tennessee defense is not West Virginia's. So I'm rocking with Tennessee to cover at least by 7.
Me too.
I'm pretty sure they brought in a top 5 recruiting class last year. So
Yeah, I don't bet against SEC. I'm just gonna keep it simple. Yeah, and I know
You think-
Pittsburgh.
You're saying Tennessee's defense is a lot better than West Virginia's?
it's gotta be.
They got this over
100%.
they got this over under right now at 66.5.
Yeah, it's because that Tennessee would be scoring 66.5 points.
Oh, this could be like that. All right. I'm rocking with Tennessee too. Like you said, don't bet against SEC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well, I mean, if that's what it is, what was it? What was the West Virginia Pittsburgh score?
It
It was
wasn't
what,
that
38,
high.
38, 31.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a little, well.
But if
I'm
you're saying
saying-
the defense,
I'm saying the spread from the start.
if you're saying the defense is going to be different. That's why when I saw those points, I was like, ah. But you're right. They should run all over. They should just manhandle Pitt.
Yeah,
I'm with y'all. I'm
And-
with y'all. I'm taking Tennessee.
Bet.
I might
Alright.
even go the other way. I might take Tennessee up 8 and just go ahead and buy a 1.5, a double digit, 10-point win for them. make it some plus money bets.
For sure.
Smart. And I also think Pitt has like they have wish-washy fans. I read last week they never sold out their stadium last week during the season. This is their first sold out game in like 2 years. So
That's
that
crazy.
being said, I see
Produce the
Tennessee
NFL quarterback.
bringing
That's crazy.
hella fans.
Yeah.
Yeah. So let's move on to the last one. Number 9, Baylor, which is actually an underdog, plus 3.5 versus number 21 BYU.
Yeah. Can anybody tell me why they're plus 3.5? I know they're on the road against BYU, but what the fuck is so great about BYU? I get that they just smashed some team, but they both just smashed no knock to the teams they played, unworthy opponents. Like, cool, you beat the shit out of some guys that no one knows of. And BYU's running back in the first quarter broke off a 75-yard touchdown, then ran in another touchdown, and then walked off with a ankle injury, left the field on crutches. So your number one back I'm assuming isn't playing. He left the game on crutches. I'm assuming he's not going to be ready
I mean,
in a
you
week.
can't always say this. This man Paul Pierce left the game in a wheelchair.
Yes,
and
well, that's
came
why I
back,
said
so-
in my assumptions, he's not playing week 2. I haven't seen his last name's hard to pronounce. It's Nwokeuono or Nwok. Yeah, I'm not gonna.
Glad
try
you
it.
didn't try that. Yeah.
Right, you know what I mean. But with that being said, I mean, I don't understand why Baylor's not favorites. I'm taking Baylor, and I'm not even taking the points. Straight money line bet
Is
for
it
me.
at BYU?
Yes,
Yep.
it's at BYU, which is why
I truly don't care.
Yeah, me
I'm going
neither.
Baylor,
I'm taking
regardless.
Baylor, and I'm not taking the points. Give me a straight money line. To me, that's
So we all rocking with the same picks this week. 3 for 3.
Yeah.
I might have to lay that down then, I guess.
They'll get a little different in the NFL.
it's definitely gonna
Oh,
get different
for
in the
sure.
NFL. But
100%.
yeah, no, honestly, and the fact that we did it like that and it all worked out, I might throw a couple bucks
Yeah,
on
I'm gonna
that.
sprinkle something on there.
Swab ride.
Yeah, you know what I
Yeah.
mean.
I'm pretty
We're
sure
all in
there's
agreement on that.
there's a $50 forgiveness promo shit going on FanDuel.
That's
at the
for
moment.
That was
the
last week.
NFL. Yeah, no, they
it
have it
just
for the
popped up.
NFL now.
All right. So we're going to get to the juicy part. I know everyone's been waiting for this. The NFL's finally here. We're going to do a couple breakdowns and predictions. Actually, we're going to do every game. We're going to let our experts go over each individual game, kind of give their prediction. We'll chime in and see what we can agree upon. So let's start off. We'll start off with my first game. Or actually, it'll be the Thursday night game. It'll be the Bills and Rams. First game of the season.
Yes, sir.
Hold on, before we do this, y'all know we're doing the pick 'em for the whole season. Trent, you're documenting everybody's picks, right?
Yeah, I got them.
Break it down. What's the prize? What's the prize?
First place.
Whoever finishes with the worst record has to buy the first place guy the jersey of his choice. Any sport, any jersey.
Baker Mayfield, extra large. Just
Oh yeah, I'm taking Terry McLaurin Commanders jersey.
I might transition into NBA season. Y'all might have to get me looking right for the NBA season. I think that's what's gonna happen.
I mean, I think I kind of want a college jersey, honestly.
that'd be sick. That'd be sick.
Yeah, you might have to get me that man up there real quick. You hear me?
There you go.
All right, Trent, break down Thursday night game, Bills and Rams to start off the season. What you got?
So the time is finally here. We all been waiting for it. The NFL knew what they were doing, making this the first game opening night. Easily game of the week. Bills are heading to LA as a -2.5 favorite. Going to try to spoil the ring ceremony night for the Rams. But I tell you what, I know everyone's high on the Bills, but I'm taking the Rams at home. The defense is going to step up for them, so I'm locking that in for my pick 1.
Knocking it out the park off rip.
Yeah,
I'm taking the Bills.
You
I like
taking-
everything. I
rocking the
like
Bills?
everything you just.
I knew
just said.
not all of us were gonna be on the
I
same
love
page. I'm cool.
everything you just said, but I love Josh Allen more. I'm going the Bills.
I love Aaron Donald and Jalen Ramsey more than Josh Allen. So
The one thing I will say is Trey White's not playing first 4 weeks on PUP list, so that does hurt. Not having your best corner out there, especially
And-
against.
John,
Yeah, I am not so fast on the Bills. I like the Allen Robinson edition. Not edition.
Okay.
technical.
Go ahead.
I
What
guess.
the fuck is going on there?
You know you talking too much nonsense. The camera literally
Yeah.
cut off on us and said, "Yes, shut up." And what you got going with us? You got Bills or the Rams?
I'm taking Rams all day. I think that's probably the most sketchiest line of the entire weekend. -2.5 Bills going across country, unless they're regular season heroes and they're trying to show everyone they're trying to win the Super Bowl.
Yes.
I think. Well, if that's the case, then yes. But
I think they are. I think they are. I think they could easily go 15-2 this year.
Well, if you're saying that, then I agree. But I'm going with the Rams plus money at home, getting their Super Bowl rings. I just think on paper, especially with no White.
Yeah,
Who's
no
covering
Cup? That does hurt.
Who's covering Allen Robinson?
That does hurt. I look, I agree with you, but for the same reasons you just said, you're riding with the Rams plus money. I guarantee you, when you look where the money's going this week on Thursday, all the money's going plus money at the Rams at home. I'd be willing to put money on that alone.
Hold on, I saw that today. Majority of the money's actually going on the Bills with the line.
That's why the line changed. Yeah.
That's fucking crazy.
Hold on,
Yeah.
John, you good?
The smart people out here.
Yes,
Your shit is doing some things over there. That's why I asked.
Yeah, no, I mean, I'm with the Rams wholeheartedly. Yeah, Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson,
3-1. So right there. So now you all
write it down, Trent.
You're down a game.
It's already locked in. Ain't no going back now.
You're already down a game, guys. It's not where you want to be.
All right, so let's start in the 1:00 games. I mean, we'll just let's get it over with. Panthers Browns in Charlotte, Bank of America Stadium. I will make it easy and quick. Let's just pretend Texas Tech, Oklahoma. I mean, people giving up on Baker. I'm taking Baker to slap the shit out of the Browns.
Baker's my guy.
I mean, if it was Deshaun Watson, it'd be a different story, but I'll make it quick and easy for you. I wrote up a little bit something. On paper, this should be the under written all over it. It should be Nick Chubb running down our throats constantly with Brissett. Actually, my shit says Brisket is behind that offensive line. But I'm going to let you know right now, I think this is going to be a high-scoring game. I think you're going to see Baker grabbing his crotch, running down the field, and it's going to be a 34-17 Panthers ass.
You might see Myles Garrett swinging a fucking helmet at him running down the field.
I mean, I'm not down that shit either.
Yeah, that's the only reason I have the score going that high. I don't think your offensive line is good enough to stop. Who didn't they? Who's on the other side of Garrett?
They got Clowney.
Yeah, I was gonna say, yeah, I'm cool. I think Baker gets fucking his ass kicked. I do still think the Panthers win this game, so I'm not riding that, but I'm not taking the over. I'll probably stay away from the points because it could go either way.
Yep, you can lock me in with the Browns. I'm taking the over on their cover. It's only a 1-point spread. They're +1. I'm taking them to cover that. I'm taking the money line, and I'm taking Nick Chubb over, whatever it is.
Yeah, I was looking for that prop today, but they don't have the props yet.
Yeah, they haven't released those player props for the Sunday games.
I was looking for that prop.
I'm taking the Panthers as well. I think Baker's gonna come in on a vengeance tip. He's gonna be out there looking for revenge. And I've always been a fan of him, so I think he gets it done.
Yeah, for me, it just comes down to Brissett, and I have no faith
at all. All right, so let's move on to the next one. I guess we'll just stay right in the division. The next game on the list will be the Saints and the Falcons. I think this will be the worst game, or the game of the worst teams in the NFC South. I'm just going to go out on a limb right now. The Saints and Falcons, I'm pretty sure it's +5.5 for the Falcons at home. This will be the game of the top 2 picks of the 2015 NFL Draft, Jameis Winston, Marcus Mariota. And it's a new era in New Orleans. Yeah, with Dennis Allen as their new coach. I am taking the underdog. Actually, I wanted to break this down for you guys. I totally forgot to tell you guys this.
You can't flip me.
Yeah, there is no
Watch
convincing.
No. Watch this. Watch this.
There is convincing.
I'm gonna break this down for you, and you guys are gonna be like, "What the hell?"
Before he breaks it down, James isn't healthy. Go ahead.
Don't care.
I saw a tweet today. As you're firing up your can't miss money line parlays for NFL in week 1, keep in mind last year the following favorites lost last year in week 1 alone. Bills -335, Ravens -250, Falcons -210, Vikings -195, Packers -175, Patriots -170. There will be at least one to multiple major upsets this week.
Well, I can tell you what, it ain't gonna be this game.
History doesn't always repeat itself, and when it does, it's not in
let's say
consecutive years.
I think it's a Drake London. This is gonna be a Drake London, Kyle Pitts breakout game, and I think the Saints are one of the newest Lakers of the NFL. Just taking washed up players, throw them on one team, and pretend they are good.
So you guys are trying to tell me that if Jameis doesn't play, you're still riding with the Saints and Taysom Hill.
You from out of your mouth Falcons might be the worst team in football.
And what I say, Saints, Falcons are the worst two teams in that division.
Yeah, and I think the Falcons are terrible.
I said Falcons will cover.
I think Taysom Hill is the worst quarterback. I don't think he's good at football.
Well, if Taysom Hill's starting, then this could be very close.
I think that's where mine rides. Like I want to pick the Falcons. I don't know if Jameis is playing, but if Jameis plays, it's the same.
So
is this pick 'em just for straight up who wins?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm taking Falcons money line. Fuck that.
That's for who wins. So I had it. I saw it. I didn't look at it.
I'm a large Reggie Bush jersey at the end of the year.
Yeah, you're
USC.
So
we can't pick it all the same teams. Fuck that.
It's the first. We're not going to anyway. We already have two differentials. It's the
I'll
only first week doing it. Are we allowed to put health factors in there? Like, am I allowed to say if Jameis plays, I'm taking the Saints?
No.
Y'all are crazy. I'm riding with the Saints because I've seen that he should be ready week 1. But if he doesn't play, the Falcons win. And if he doesn't play, my money's on the Falcons money line.
Johnny?
Okay, so who are we riding with?
I said Saints.
Like okay.
I said Saints. But if he doesn't, my bet will go Falcons. Easy money.
Yeah, I don't care about none of that.
No brainer, Johnny. Saints.
The Saints.
So answer
Show anything?
Yeah,
I see
Falcons,
your bet
Bears.
there. It's blurred out. I'm glad it's blurred out for a reason.
Falcons Bears money line, $75 parlay.
You just don't care about money.
Nah, that's
grows on
49ers game, boy. I'm not putting my money on it.
All right. Well, all right. So it's 3-1. The next game we're gonna it's the next game, the 49ers and the Bears.
Yeah. So I don't give a fuck what Ant said, what Johnny said about putting your money on it. Trey Lance is gonna show y'all why he took the starting job from Jimmy G. I don't care about the rumors of him not being happy and him being, what was the word he used, Trent?
Annoyed.
He's annoyed.
I don't give a fuck about any of that. He's going to come out and prove to everybody why he took this starting job. The one thing we all say is, why is he playing over Jimmy G? You don't know it. You don't know why. Yeah, and that's why I did this for this week. I'm not even a 49ers fan, but you're not going to put Justin Fields up. He's not winning that game. Him and who else? Regardless of what you want to say, even if it's a quarterback battle and Justin Fields outplays him, the 49ers are a better team, hands down. You can't name me 2 receivers that play for the Bears.
Okay, just how you say that, that's why I'm taking the Saints. The Saints across the board are a better team than the Falcons.
Exactly.
It's the exact same thing.
You just had a contradicting argument. You got to stay on one side or the other.
No, but it's not because
That's the exact same thing.
With Taysom Hill is the worst quarterback in the NFL.
No, it's not.
Name a quarterback that's worse.
Jameis Winston.
You said Jason. What did you say, Johnny?
Davis Mills.
Davis
Drew Lock.
No, you're lying.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
Geno Smith.
Geno
Smith.
Anyway,
Joe Flacco.
It's the 49ers. Hands down. I didn't look at what the line was.
The reasoning for it?
But I take the line.
Yeah,
I expected a blowout. 27-10. Their defense is going to hold Justin Fields and the nobodies around him to not score the ball. Easy turnovers. Trey Lance is going to look amazing. Period.
Picking the 49ers as well, but not because of Trey Lance. I think the pieces around them are going to get the job done. Like y'all said, I think Ant put it in the chat saying about him being annoyed about the reports to Jimmy G. He could be annoyed or whatever, but this man has a lot to prove. Like if he comes out here and gets smoked week 1 and week 2,
well, he's not going to. He can't get smoked. I mean, even if he does suck, you've got the best backup in the NFL.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
Jimmy G's going to be coming in.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at. Like, so he better humble and focus on week 1.
I wish the player props were up because I would take Trey Lance over rushing and passing.
I wish you would bet your whole bank account on
He's
it.
shitting on
And
since he's going to prove to everyone why he took the starting job, why don't you take the over on his touchdowns for the year?
What is it?
Because that's my lock for under 21.5.
Facts. Is that total or just passing?
That's just passing.
Passing.
I would take that if it was total.
He definitely ain't passing that.
Yeah, I take it if it was total. That's a very run-heavy offense. How many touchdowns did Jimmy G throw last year? 23?
I mean, this guy's supposed to be better.
So,
yeah.
Well, let me break this down. This is why I'm doing it. I can already see the headlines. Trey Lance flopping. How many weeks left till Jimmy G comes in? Justin Fields breakout year. I mean,
I can see it the
writing's on
exact
the wall,
opposite
bro.
way.
Writing's on the wall.
Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I can see that
49ers make the
happening,
right call by
just not
starting
this
Trey
week.
Lance. Justin Fields flopping. Is he really the answer in Chicago?
He's not flopping.
Boom.
But that won't be it because they know how bad that team is.
Everyone,
Yeah.
If you're blaming him, I gotta question your fucking
your morals.
Really?
Yeah. But I'm breaking down 24-21. That's my favorite upset of the week right there.
27-10.
Got the
49ers.
Bears. John,
So I'm gonna break this down for you, Dono. You're gonna get a lot of games that are gonna be obvious underdogs. Everyone's gonna bet on the same underdogs. It's the ones that you're not expecting.
Yeah.
This is not the one that you're not expecting though. Everybody I've talked to has said the Bears are a game that could happen. Bro, even in the preview.
Well, they must be smart people.
Even in the preview, I think 4 out of the fucking 10 picked the Bears.
I think that the easy one is probably the Lions are really.
Yeah, it's the Lions, bro. Yeah.
It's
100%. Yeah.
We didn't get to mine, but y'all see.
I mean, it's
wait on it.
It's the 49ers for me. The
49ers
Bears don't.
still?
I mean, yeah,
After all that shit you were just talking.
Well, I mean, your reasoning
dubs.
for it just didn't make sense based off of what we had just talked about in the previous game.
Well, I'm
Trey
hoping
Lance being that guy doesn't make sense.
No.
I'm a believer in Trey Lance. How does that not make sense? Am I just not allowed to be a believer in Trey Lance because I don't like Taysom Hill?
That wasn't your argument. You said something about fucking it only being the quarterback and no pieces around him.
Yes, in Chicago. Yes. There's nobody around him. But there's nobody around him. In Atlanta, there's still Kyle Pitts, arguably the best, like the top 3 tight end right now. Drake London, a favorite to win Rookie of the Year.
But it has come out of your mouth that they are the worst team in football.
Yeah, it might have came out of my mouth.
All right, moving on to the next game. So the next game will be the Steelers and the Bengals, and I'm hoping someone sticks to their guns.
Yes, sir. Pittsburgh heads into Cincinnati as the underdog, which everyone knew that was going to be the case. The line is set at 6.5, and the Steelers just announced that they are giving the start to Mitch in week 1. So I'm interested in seeing how that's going to play out. I told you guys I was fine with either or. I just didn't want to see Mason Rudolph start. I would have been highly upset. So the Bengals are going to try to pick up where they left off, but I am taking the Steelers as my week 1 upset. I'm sure a lot of y'all seen that coming, but I'm rocking with it.
Yeah, I'm going to take Joe Burrow, at least 330 passing yards. 31-13 Bengals.
31-13, and that's the disrespect I'm talking about.
Oh, you said 31-13. I had 34-21. We're right there.
Yeah, we might have to make some side bets. I'm trying to make some money off y'all just off the disrespect alone.
I got the Bengals.
All right, so I'm the only one. Hey, I'm cool with it. We're cool in Pittsburgh. You hear me?
And whenever we lock these in, screenshot them and send everyone's picks to me because I don't want no foo-foo shit.
I got you. I don't want you to have to listen back 20 times.
That was quick and easy. Next game is a popular game. It would be the Eagles and the Lions.
Upset of the week, taking the Lions. You guys just called it the no-brainer. I think the Eagles have a top 5 roster. They're obviously the better team on paper. And the reason I have the Lions winning this game,
it's not a no-brainer. This is the easiest one. The easiest upset I think that could happen.
Yeah,
is what.
I'm not saying it's a no-brainer upset. I'm saying that the Eagles have a top 5 roster and they better team on paper. That's a no-brainer. You guys are calling this the easier upset. Like this is the one that everyone's going to be picking as an upset.
Yes.
I'd like to see if that becomes factual and you can pull up see where
people are. Let's just say people are sipping the hard knot Kool-Aid.
No, that's not even the reason why. I don't think the Lions wow us and do anything crazy. I think Philly comes in thinking it's the Lions. They just added AJ Brown. They brought back Devontae Smith, Dallas Goedert. Their offense is going to look good. I think they try to make it an emphasis to make Jalen Hurts their guy. And I think they fall away from what worked last year in a run-heavy offense, and they try to let Jalen Hurts throw the ball. And I think that's their downfall week 1. I think that's why. I think they just try to make Jalen Hurts make it look like they made the right decision in Jalen over Carson Wentz. They made the right decision in bringing AJ Brown in to help this offense out. And I think they go passing. That's not who the Eagles are. I still think the Eagles are the favorites to win the NFC East. I think they're a better team, but I think they fall short this week, and it's kind of a wake-up call in Philly.
Yeah, I honestly, I don't think it's anything like them trying to change anything. It's just maybe underestimating this team. Like they have gotten a lot better, and I just think it's underestimating. TJ Hawkinson, he is. If I were playing fantasy, he would have been my number one tight end to take this year.
Number one.
Yep.
Over Waller.
He wouldn't have picked him that
Andrews,
high. He would have waited to take Hawkinson because that's his number one.
Yeah.
Same
I
reason
respect
guys wait to take.
Oh yes, absolutely over Waller.
Yeah. Yeah.
I respect it.
So are you taking the lines? Or are you taking Philly?
I'm going Philly.
You want Philly?
Yeah, I'm going
All
Philly.
that to say that.
Yeah.
And
I'm taking the Eagles. I think it's gonna be close, and I think there's gonna be some points scored in that game, but let's just wait a week before we start jumping on the Lions bandwagon.
Yeah.
I gotta rock with the Eagles.
Yeah, I'm making Philly fans realize it.
I think this is gonna be the one where you wish you would have went the other way.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like, what the hell was I thinking?
All right, so let's go to the next game.
I'm not that worried about it.
I think this will be a quick and easy game.
And took the
Patriots,
Bears.
Dolphins. There's a lot more games coming, Dono.
Not so fast.
Yeah, that's yep.
Here's a flip-flop game right here.
Tua is 3-0 versus Belichick as a starting quarterback, and for me, this is his first loss against him. That is my upset.
I like it.
Yeah, I like it a lot, just not enough to pick it.
Yeah, I'm going with the Dolphins.
Yeah, I think he's got to make a statement if he wants to keep that job.
Yeah, that's who's his backup? Tyra? No.
I don't know. I just know it's
Bridgewater?
Yeah.
Teddy? I wanted to say Tyrod. Where's Tyrod at? Tyrod's in New York. Yeah, Teddy's his backup. I think he has to make a statement this game. Like Ann said, he's got to. That job is going to be quick to lose this year. They were talking about quarterbacks on the hot seat.
Yep, he's got
right
to.
There. Yeah. So
I don't think that pass team has really an identity. He's just running. I don't really like Mac Jones this year.
I don't like anything about the Patriots roster. If they didn't have, I said it when Kyle was on here. If Bill wasn't their head coach, their defense lost everybody but Judon. Their number one receiver is Devontae Parker.
I hope he does well. I liked him in college.
Yeah, but he can't stay on a field. Like nothing to him. But see, we talked about
Well,
Lonzo being that what if player.
Stay healthy.
Like same thing. What would he have been if he could have stayed on the field? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then it's Kendrick Bourne. Like I'm not worried about their offense.
So
they
you
got
got
9
the
running
Dolphins
backs.
then
Not
as
one of
well?
them's a true RB.
Yeah.
Yeah. Miami.
Both of y'all?
Yep. All righty, let's move on to this one. Johnny will be taking over. Ravens and Jets.
Hold on. Before you get started, is Zach Wilson playing? Because I saw reports that
I saw he might. He was practicing.
I just saw reports today.
But it won't make a deal. It won't.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
his injury did only say 2 to 4, so he could be back. I don't think they bring him back to play the
Ravens.
Ravens.
Said he could possibly play. He practiced, and they were gonna see how his knee looked.
You're not putting him in there against the Ravens for his game back off an injury.
Then he would have came out and just said no if they weren't.
Why? So they can game plan for Flacco.
All right, Johnny.
Have to give an injury.
That's true.
To me, it's a no-brainer. I'm going Ravens, but it's not as much as people would think. I mean, this could be a close game. I think like the Jets have the roster to keep this close. They're just not a better football team. So taking the Ravens money line. Would
have agreed with you when you said, but the Jets just lost 2 linemen in Mekhi Becton and I forget the other one. I think your defense absolutely torments them. Joe Flacco is 55 years old. I don't think he's had the reps with like the Garrett Wilsons, Elijah Moore. I don't see it personally. I think you guys smack the fuck out of the Jets. And I think all Jets fans riding high in the offseason are going to be like, wait, are we really not as good as we thought we were? I think it's a bad game.
Sounds like a wash.
And it wouldn't surprise me if Sauce gives up his first touchdown in the NFL this week. Rashad Bateman over the top.
No chance. No chance.
Yeah, I'm taking the Ravens. I mean, it'd be nice if the Jets kept it close on 9-11, but they're just not going to do it. Nope.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but I'm locked in with Baltimore too.
All right, here's a fun game. Another 1:00 game. Jaguars Commanders.
I've been waiting all week to hear
the spread is -2.5.
I've been waiting all week for you guys.
This is the
Jags,
nonsense
so I can go
segment. Go ahead, Donovan.
Trent, you just picked the Steelers to beat the Super Bowl contending team in the Bengals.
The Bengals weren't that good last year.
You don't, bro. They made it to the Super Bowl. So if they weren't that good, what was Jacksonville? If the Bengals weren't good, what was Jacksonville?
Dog shit.
So why is it harder for me to say Washington is going to beat dog shit, but easy for you to say your team's going to beat a Super Bowl team last year. Right, exactly. Stay quiet. Anyway, I've been big on the Commanders all offseason. You guys know this. I got them winning 10, 11 games. It starts out with starting hot, right? Wentz lost to Jacksonville twice last year. He has to win this game. It's going to be if we lose this game, it's going to be tough. Not just for me, but for Washington as a whole. They're really going to take a step back and look at what we're doing. But again, Jacksonville doesn't have any elite receivers. Not worried about it. The only thing that does scare
You
me
don't have any elite receivers?
in Jacksonville? No, name one.
DJ Chark.
Does Washington have an
DJ
elite
Chark's
corner?
He's
DJ
in the
Chark's
Lions.
on the Lions.
shit.
Their receivers are Christian Kirk,
Yeah, that's what I
Zay
was getting at.
Jones.
Yeah,
Kirk.
but
Christian Kirk's not elite, right?
does Washington have like not elite, but even a good corner?
No.
Okay,
So
so it's
Kirk.
We
could
actually
be out
had
there
like the
looking elite.
28. We actually had like the 28th pass defense.
right. So it's bad receivers, bad corners, right?
I think this is the breakout game for Trevor Lawrence.
All right, cool. So give your pick after I give mine. Washington
Alright,
wins this game by 2 scores.
I'll bet you any type of money you want to do on that.
27-17.
You talking spicy? You want to put some money
Washington.
on that week?
Go ahead and take the Jags.
I am.
I'm taking.
I'm talking to Trent.
Well, I am.
We can put a side bet on it, Trent.
I'm not betting
see,
against.
You be talking
the Jags,
all
bro.
that. You be talking all that to say nothing. Go ahead, John. You taking the Jags?
Nah,
Yep.
hold on, because I'm not talking all that. You said by 2 scores. You're talking all that. That's
27 to
not
17.
happening. So we can bet any money. You guys are not winning by 2 scores.
So if you're that confident we don't win by 2, you're calling it a 1-score game. So why not just put your money on them? Down, Johnny. Why are you taking Jacksonville?
Trent, you taking Jacksonville?
No, he's not. He's taking Washington.
I'm
You just
not.
I
taking
don't
points.
think Washington's as good as you
They're not.
or.
They're not.
Well, I'm not going to even say everyone else thinks they are because what's the over for them is what 7.5 now?
8.5.
No, I think it's
Still
7.5.
on FanDuel, it's still 8.5. I literally just checked it,
It's at least 8.
bro. I'm
I'm telling you, I said 8.5 not too long. One of you guys put in the chat that it moved to 8. I know that for a fact.
I don't know who did that. I literally
It was probably 8.
I got into an argument on Twitter about it.
I'll look it up.
Regardless, they're not as good as
Anyway.
most think they are. I'm taking the Jaguars.
Taking the Jaguars. That's absolutely crazy.
So who's Trent taking?
Yeah, Trent, who are you taking? He just muted his mic and went off. You go ahead, Ann. Who you got?
Commanders are 8. It's plus 115. Over or under 8.
Oh.
All right, I'm taking the Commanders. I am big on both teams, and I think Carson Wentz finally gets his revenge against the Jags.
Yep.
I think it's a big Montez Sweat game, and I'm seeing 24-14 Commander.
Oh, so you have about 2 scores.
Yep, technically, yeah.
And,
Mhm.
Yep.
Technically,
Yeah, so that's actually crazy.
Yeah, 24-14.
You're
I
not
don't
even
think there's gonna be many points.
You're not even a Commanders fan. You got him winning by 2 scores.
Well, trust me, I think the Jags are gonna have a little breakout season, but
I don't think it's even a breakout season. I think you have them being better than their trash division.
okay. Well, if you say it that way, yes.
I was gonna say
Okay.
they are not
Okay.
gonna break out. They could win just like Washington won that division at 7-9.
I said they'll at
2
least
years
win by a
ago?
field goal because it's minus 2.5.
They're gonna cover.
Johnny, who you got?
Jags.
Jags. Yeah. Back to what I was saying anyway. I'm taking the Commanders, but Donna, you're gonna have to
Shocker.
stop with the disrespect because I'm saying as my pick, I'm taking the Commanders, but when I'm betting on this game, I'm taking the points. So if you want to make a little side bet, since you're over here talking crazy,
Well, him and Ant got him by 2 scores.
well,
So
yeah, both of y'all can lose money. I'm perfectly fine with that.
Well, I mean, if you want to bet the spread,
Wait,
I mean,
how-
they're
yeah,
gonna win by a
No,
field
not
goal.
the spread. I'm just saying
Oh.
they're not winning.
Why?
by
You
two.
just said you're taking the points, so I'll take the points.
All right. Well, I was just saying your statement is what I disagreed with, and that's why I brought it back
Okay.
up.
Yeah, I don't
Okay.
agree with Vegas on everything.
All right, here we go. Here we go. Here's another thing. So here's the last 1:00 game: Colts and Texans.
Yeah, buddy. It's a big
Colts and
game.
Texans. Next matchup. I
Wow.
don't know. I'm not super excited about this matchup. The Colts. I think they're going in. They're the 7.5 favorite. But for me, it was an easy game. I don't see them having an answer for JT. He went it first in a lot of fantasy leagues for a reason. I think he's going to come out and have the same success he did last season. So That's a good easy anytime touchdown. That's probably -1 something. If you're looking for a max bet or something, but yeah, I'm locking in with the Colts.
Yeah, that's easy money to me at least. I mean,
Yeah.
Houston just doesn't have the roster.
I'd be
What was
surprised.
the
if
what was the
anyone
spread?
takes
Yeah, I got the
7.5.
Colts. I got the Colts, but I think Houston
Okay.
could cover that.
I like the Colts, yeah, but I think it's gonna be a high scoring game. I don't know if they'll cover, but it's gonna be a high scoring game.
High scoring.
hmm
I like the Colts though.
I mean, even if the Colts ain't scoring offense, their defense should do enough.
Yeah, it's easy money to me. They're not going to be able to stop Jonathan Taylor.
No, not at all. Not they probably couldn't even stop Naeem Hines either. Yeah.
I mean, yes, they're going to have a field day.
Davis Mills.
Michael Pittman
out there
even,
throwing tutties.
he
Davis
could break
Mills
out
is gonna
against
win
them.
6 games.
Is T.Y. Hilton still there?
No one looked that up.
Okay, no worries.
His old ass.
All right, so let's move to the 4:00 portion of the schedule. First game, Giants and Texans. Tennessee is -5.5.
Giants Titans.
My bad. Giants Titans.
I turned on this game, so I'm not big
Talk
on the
to me.
Titans.
I'll start it. I'm rocking with the Giants. Saquon's about to have a breakout game, and their offense is going to look a little more explosive than I think a lot of people think. I see them coming back. I mean, I don't have them doing great on the season, but I just think this is one of them week 1 games where you're surprised of the outcome. So I'm rocking with the Giants.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Titans. I think the Saquon versus Derrick Henry thing is gonna be cool for the first half, but the Giants are just not a good football team. And the Titans, even though they're not, last year to me was the outlier, not the rule. But I'll take proven Mike Vrabel over new head coach, new system, Brian Dable. I don't think the Giants are going to be as bad as they were last year, but I think it takes time, new system, new offense, bringing guys back healthy. So I'm taking the Titans.
Yep, I like Derrick Henry to give them at least $130 and get a lead and keep running it down their fucking throats. I'm going Titans.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going Titans too. I think this is a battle of two poverty teams. So I see this be a low scoring game. I could possibly even see the Giants not even scoring. So I see it might be in like 17-7, and I see a big Derrick Henry 30 carry day.
Yeah, I actually had it at 17-10.
Alrighty. Well, Trent's should have luck. So the last game or the next game, Packers Vikings. Packers are -1.5.
That's another upset. I'm going Vikings. I got them winning 12 games I think this year.
Hell yeah.
It's not going to be the same without Devontae Adams, and you're going to see that very early. I mean, Aaron Rodgers still want to look good, but the Vikings they're underrated, and they are my team to win that division, and they're going to show it week 1.
I'm locked in with you, my boy.
Yeah, I'm going Vikings too, and I'm hearing that Lazard might not even play week 1.
Yeah, I'm on the Vikings.
Sammy Watkins might be your starting.
So we're all locked
Romeo
in with the Vikings.
Romeo
Wow.
Doubs.
I heard the next guy up is Watson or some shit. That's who Rodgers is hyped
Christian
about.
Watson, yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we agreed on that. Next one is the Chiefs and Cardinals.
So the Cardinals are hosting the Chiefs.
Yeah, KC -6.5.
Yeah, this is one of the games I saw a lot of people were taking the underdog, which I didn't know it was 6.5. I thought it was 5.5. But not myself. I'm rocking with the Chiefs. I think Mahomes comes out and this is going to be his statement game. With all the talk surrounding around, what's he going to be like without Tyreek Hill, this and that. I think he's going to come out and show you the Mahomes magic, as they call it.
I can't even call it magic yet. I mean, can the Cardinals score without fucking without Christian Kirk, D-Hop?
Well, they brought in Hollywood Brown to replace Christian Kirk.
Come on, bro.
I'm taking Hollywood Brown over Christian Kirk.
Yeah,
Marquise Brown. We can't call him Hollywood Brown.
Yeah.
What has he done that's Hollywood?
The Chiefs are better.
Yeah, period.
I'm taking them every day of the week.
If this is D-Hop week 1, you have an argument. But no pass rush, JJ Watt's out.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with the Chiefs.
Chandler Jones no longer there. I mean, that's not the same defense.
I don't find it close. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be.
Yeah, I think this is actually going to be the highest scoring game of the week.
Yeah.
And
I mean, it's got to be.
Yeah, crazy stat for you. Chiefs are 12-1 against NFC teams when it comes to the spread. Just to let you know.
I like that.
In the last 13 games.
I like that a
I
lot.
actually said Chiefs 42-28 for your dual score.
Sheesh.
Hmm.
You think Pat Mahomes comes in week 1 and just shuts everybody the fuck up.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's my MVP. Let's get it.
Fantasy, I'm be cheesing, boy.
Alrighty, so let's go to the last 4:30 games. It's the Raiders versus the Chargers, and the Chargers are minus 3-point favorites.
I hate this one.
Oh, shit,
This was the tough one, huh?
Yeah, I hate
yeah,
this
so
one.
I'm gonna break this one down. I'm going to keep the theme alive. And I think this division is wish-washy. I mean, you could throw any team up in this one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am very big on the Chargers this year. But I'm assuming all three of you guys are gonna take the Chargers, so I'm gonna spice this shit up. I'm gonna take the Derek Carr, Devontae Adams connection, and I'm gonna say they're gonna upset it with a late field goal, 24-21.
I think it's more points scored than that, honestly.
Well, the only reason I'm saying is because the only thing I don't like about the Chargers, and you guys can correct me on this, I think they may have like the worst fan base in football.
No,
so
they
like
do.
a home
They
field,
did.
a home field advantage
Washington.
ain't shit.
Well, when they were in San Diego, I think that
Yeah.
was the case. They couldn't fill up a stadium for shit.
I think they still can. I think it's all more Rams fans out there than Charger fans.
At Chargers games, more people are there rooting for the other team than they are.
I think
rooting for
it's
Chargers.
gonna be a home game for the Raiders. I'm gonna be honest with you. I think
Yeah,
it's gonna
I
be,
would agree with that.
The Raider fans are crazy too, bro.
especially because they're in Vegas now.
Close.
So
It's close enough.
all the California Raider fans. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'm just saying. I think this division is gonna be battling it out till the end. So this would be a nice little upset, straight up.
I'm taking the Chargers.
Yeah,
Regardless, don't
I'm taking
care.
the Chargers, and I don't think it's even. I think the Chargers.
You think
You
it's a walkover game?
You don't think it's close?
easy?
I don't think it's close, bro. Honestly, this is my. You want to talk about an upset taking the Raiders? I think the shocking thing about this game is that it's not even gonna be crazy. I
So-
like Derwin. I like Derwin James and the Darren Waller matchup we're gonna see. I like the J.C. Jackson on the Devontae Adams we're gonna see. I love Khalil Mack and Joey Bosa off the edge against a not good offensive line. I mean, I love all of that. And then you look at the Raiders secondary. Who's guarding Mike Will? Who's guarding Keenan Allen? Who's taking Eckler out of the backfield? Like, I think the Chargers score on every possession, and they get a turnover or two. I personally had it 35-20.
We'll say this, Dono. I think all those divisional games are close. And
I
if
think
you
everybody but this one. I think when the Raiders play the other teams, I think they will be close. But I think the Chargers will body the Raiders both games. Every
What-
other
what-
division game I got close.
what's that podcast that Brandon Marshall used to be on, but now it's Ryan Clark and them boys?
Pivot.
Yeah, Ryan. Well, Channing
It's
and
the pivot.
Fred
Okay,
used
the
to be
pivot.
on with Brandon Marshall, but now they went with Ryan Clark.
They won't.
Yeah.
They picked up Ryan Clark.
I saw Derwin James said that one of the hardest guys he covers
Renfro.
is Hunter
Hunter
Renfro.
Yep.
Yeah, I
did
did
say
see
that.
that.
Yeah, I think this game's gonna be close.
He said, "You watch film, right?"
Yeah.
He's a dog.
He's like Hunter Renfro. What do you say? The
Tyreek
Amazon,
Hill. He put the
the
Amazon,
Amazon
salesman.
driver or some shit? Yeah.
But yeah, no, I
Um,
truly I love the Chargers this year, and I think when they play the Broncos, I like the Broncos defense to keep it close. I like the Chiefs offense more than I think it's just Patrick Mahomes taking it. But against the Raiders, I just don't like them personally. I think they only
So everyone's got Chargers except me.
I do, but it's really close. I think like 24-21, like you said. It's
It's gonna be a good game. I'm telling you. I don't think it's gonna be no
I don't think
rollover
it
and
is.
die shit.
Probably the second best game of the week, right? Behind that.
I like
Bears and
that.
Rams
I like
game?
that Packers Vikings game more.
True. I like that.
I like
game
that
too.
Packers Vikings game more.
Not more than that, but I like.
And I like the Cowboys Bucks games more.
Nah, I like the Bills Rams.
See, I like this over the Packers. Just
I like the Bills Rams.
They
game
really
of the
don't
week
have
with the other.
any receivers.
I think this
it-
8-20 game's gonna let down a lot of people. I think these are two falling off teams.
The Bucks and the
Cowboys and
Cowboys.
8-20, Bucks Cowboys. Who's
This
got
the
it?
last one.
No, we got a Monday night.
Oh,
This one's tough for me. I think the Bucks have the best roster in football. I think this is another close. I'm going Bucks, but it was close last year. What, 31-29, something like that.
That was
Yeah.
very close last year.
Yeah,
And that was on the back
shootout
of
a little bit.
no. I think Zeke ran the ball 5 times.
Why am I
the whole second
frozen?
half. Your camera sucks.
El Gato.
El Gato.
I'm gonna say this game's gonna be boring, bro. I'm telling you right now. I don't know why Tampa's only -2.5. I don't understand why.
Boring?
Yeah, I don't know why they're not factoring the Cowboys missing half their offensive line.
I think this is going to be a high-scoring game.
A repeat of last year. I'm
Yeah.
taking the boys.
You're taking the Cowboys.
Yeah.
Here we
the
go.
Cowboys.
Bro, they did just sign Jason Peters, though.
I mean, I'm not worried about Peters. I said
What about him?
I've been talking about CeeDee Lamb
To replace Tyron Smith.
all season.
Oh, I think he's gonna have a good game. I just don't. I see the Bucs winning.
I don't think he's going to have a good
I
game.
mean,
think
CeeDee
he's
Lamb
40 years
is not
old.
winning them this game. You're going to need more than just that.
I mean, I
This
just think
Thomas
Dak
Edward
is
we're
gonna
talking
come
about.
up. You said Thomas Edward. He called him by his middle name, but I'm just a believer in Dak.
I think
he's
Mike
gonna
Evans
show out.
puts Trayvon Diggs in a fucking backpack and throws him off a cliff.
Yeah, him and Julio have a field day on him.
Drops 150
Well, what?
and 2 tutties week one.
Godwin's hurt, so I just
He's
think
practicing right now.
Yeah, but he still got Russell Gage and Julio ready for week one.
for sure. But
And like I said, Trayvon Diggs will get the Mike Evans matchup, and Mike Evans will drop 150 and 2 tutties on that boy.
I don't know. I just feel like week one, this could be one of those games that the Bucs give up, even though on paper their roster is crazy.
I'm not mad at you for saying that. It's week
Still
one. We
a
don't
contender.
truly know what anybody.
And it's prime time.
But Dallas has been pride and joy off a top 5 offensive line since Dak and Zeke have both gotten there.
Yep.
And Tyron Smith's not here. Lyle Collins isn't here. They lost their right guard. The only guy that's returning that's worth a fuck is Zach Martin at left guard. So that's it. It's the only lineman they have that's worth a damn right now.
So
Yes,
I'm
they
the
just
only
signed
one
Jason
rocking with
Peters,
the
but he's
boys.
40. So I got
Bucks.
Bucks. But I do think it's a decent game. I think it's high scoring. I think it'll be, if you like high scoring games, I don't know if you guys got fantasy players on there to look out for, but I think it's a fun game to watch for that aspect. If you have a CeeDee Lamb or a Mike Evans or even a Russell Gage, I don't think Zeke gets much work. I think it's a Tony Pollard day.
Dalton Schultz is gonna get a lot of targets. I feel like.
Yep, Schultz will be a good day for Schultz.
Alrighty, and then the last game of the
I've been
schedule.
excited for this game.
Yeah, Monday night, Broncos, Seahawks, Denver -6.5.
You're
Yes,
excited for this
sir.
game?
Yeah, I want to see Russell Wilson go in there and just tear them apart.
It's
I mean,
in Seattle, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've always liked Russell Wilson. I feel like he just never got the respect that he should have. So I think he'll go in there, get the job done. I've been excited to see Jerry Jeudy play, just so I can instigate between you and Kobe too.
I know. I picked Jerry Jeudy on my fantasy team just for that. Sorry, I keep track of Jerry Judy's numbers.
Because let
love
Jerry
that.
Jeudy come out and drop a 100-yard receiving. I'm texting Kobe real quick.
Why would he say?
Him and
him
Johnny got a
yeah,
bet on who has more yards.
him or Devontae Adams.
Jerry Jeudy and Devontae Adams?
Yeah.
Mhm. What you think?
Let's say this. I think Cortland Sutton or whatever leads the league in touchdowns this year. So I'm different on that.
I'm mad.
Yeah, I told Kobe that if he'd have said receptions, touchdowns, targets, I'd have taken Adams. But in yards, I like Jeudy.
Yeah, I'm not excited about this game.
Well, because you know it's going to be a blowout, right?
The only thing
Yeah,
that's
I'm
exciting
assuming.
about it is it's Monday Night Football.
I'm surprised it's not higher than 6.5. I'd
Yeah.
expect 10 minimum.
Yeah. I mean, I think everybody here is gonna rock Broncos.
Yeah.
Broncos, that's a
Unless
lock.
this is one of your guys' upsets.
That's the lock.
Fuck
That's-
that.
That
Can't
might be
do
the
it.
one. If you got like crazy bread, throw it on there.
If you win any money on Sunday, that's
Throwing it all on there.
yeah.
Max betting that.
All right, so next thing. So let's transition to locks of the week. But let's start with a fan request or question. Do we have any TD props for the Bills-Rams game this Thursday? Anyone?
I like the anytime Gabe Davis at plus 145. I really like that. I think Jalen's gonna be on the Stephon Diggs all game. I think Gabe Davis gets. I think it's just for a team that's gonna throw the ball 40 times. I like Gabe Davis plus 145.
Yeah, I
I
didn't know.
like Dawson Knox.
Oh,
I
yeah?
didn't look at what
I
it
love.
goes.
Yeah, I love that too.
I think that's plus money. Doesn't.
It's gotta be.
That's gotta be. I don't know if any touchdown in this game would be negative money. Honestly,
No, there is.
Cooper.
There's a couple. Yeah.
So I was fighting back and forth. It was either what was it, Allen Robinson or Cam Akers for me. But so I went with Cam Akers. I think they're gonna get down in the red zone and
practiced
get the ball.
today. They coach name
They
McVay.
He
just
did
came out and
practice or
said
didn't?
he practiced but not full
Okay.
speed.
Yeah.
Daryl Henderson's running full speed. Cam Akers is not. Just a heads up if you take that Cam Akers.
Yeah,
Mm.
I'm going with Allen Robinson because I thought
Like that.
Tre'Davious White was playing, but he's not. But
No.
I still love to see Allen Robinson take that old Robert Woods role and show the world he's still good.
Actually, before
Dawson
you
Knox is plus 210.
Yep.
Oh,
Dawson
I really love
Knox
that
is
for the
at
value.
210.
Robinson's plus 150.
Gabe Davis is 145 and Cam Akers is 110. And there was only one that was it was
Cooper Kupp.
Yep,
was the-
minus 1.
Yeah, okay. I wanted to
155.
make sure I didn't steer you wrong. He did get placed on PUP list. He's at the first 4. I'm surprised that wasn't bigger news, honestly. Yeah.
Alrighty. So before we jump into this no nonsense parlay, is there any other locks of the week that you guys are going to be betting separately on your own?
So it's not necessarily a lock, but we all agreed on this game, and I love it, especially for the money. It's plus money right now, and I'm taking the Vikings money line.
I like it.
Not especially Johnny. Was that you that said Lazard might be out, or was that
No,
Don?
I said that.
Oh, you said it.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's hurt
But,
right now.
But yeah, regardless, I like the Vikings. A lot of people sleep on them, so I'm locking
At
that in.
home.
Yeah, at home.
I think
So-
it's a safe one. My thing is I need these player props to come on. Because there's a couple I want, but I don't want to give out numbers because I don't know what we're getting back. But
sure.
I do like Nick Chubb over, whatever the fuck it's gonna be. I do like more than likely I'll like Saquon scrimmage yards week 1. I think he comes out and has a monster week 1 against Tennessee. I don't think Tennessee's all that crazy. And then to touch on that Vikings game, I like the Jettis over with the new offense. I think he goes bonkers week 1. Those would be some parlays I put together.
Last one, I like the Broncos team points.
Okay. You got any, Johnny?
Yeah, mine's Baylor over BYU. They're the underdog. They're ranked 9th over 21. I'm taking them to cover the 3.5 point spread and money line, but a lock.
Baylor?
I'm just taking the money line if you're putting your money on it.
Cool,
I'll
cool.
say
like
it's not a lock for me, but I'm getting a little spicy this weekend. It come up a little bit over the weekend.
Yeah, I see now with the Bears on there. You just
Yes.
don't like money.
Yeah, $75 parlay. I got Falcons, Bears money line. It pays 75 to win, 677.
677.
Clip it, come back to this.
Hey, he called the Rocky. You know what I mean?
I'm not. I swear to God,
He
if the Bears
be
win,
calling the
it's like this, bro.
upsets.
All right, so the last thing we're gonna cover is the no nonsense parlay. We got to make up for last week. I will take some of the blame. Obviously, Trent too. But we're here to win some money. So I'll start it off. My leg is, it looks like it's a squad ride already, but I'm going to go with it again. I'm taking the Vikings money line plus money. Don't even take the points.
Love it.
Yeah, I love that. That's just a fucking banger. That is a banger. Plus money too. You can't hate that.
Yeah, come on. I don't even know why it's like that. So if it's trappy, whatever.
All right, Trent, go ahead.
All right, I said
Let
this.
the 2 losers go first.
The 2 losers. Okay, that's gonna change this week.
I need
But
it.
anyways, I'm
hope it does.
taking the Saints, and you're gonna have to buy the points. I'm taking them at minus 2.5.
What's that put the odds at? Just
That
curious.
180.
On these parlays, fellas, we're not giving you nothing over the minus 200. Like, we have rules on this. We're not going to
Mhm.
give you Alabama money line. Like, that's not a
So
fucking
for the
thing we're doing.
value right there, that's perfect.
I like it. Yeah.
Field
Field
goal,
goals
field
out.
goal, boom,
Yep.
boom.
I'm taking Nick Chubb anytime TD. I think that's just safe. Like I said, I already like his over. I'll be putting a Nick Chubb, just him in general. Probably take his yards, touchdown. I mean, might even sprinkle in a reception. Who fucking knows? He's probably over under is probably 1.5 on a reception.
So you said,
But-
what was it?
Nick Chubb anytime touchdown. I think if anybody on the Browns scores, it will be him. So
It has to.
yeah, right. Like him or Kareem Hunt. And if you're deciding maybe it's a big pat. I mean, Kareem Hunt's I think plus 300. Nick Chubb was plus 110. So I'm riding with Chubb. I think that's just safe money.
Yeah, I mean, Baylor over BYU was mine. I think that's an easy lock. But I'm going to take Arkansas to cover an 8.5 point spread over South Carolina.
Love it.
Yeah, that sounds like easy money to me. I thought Spencer Rattler would have looked a lot better last week.
You said Arkansas what?
To cover
8.5.
8.5.
Yeah.
It's crazy because that's why I took Arkansas last week to cover, and they covered. I was like, that just might be
You
my
literally-
college.
you
That might be
literally
my
did say
college
that.
bet. Like, I might just ride Arkansas the whole way home every game, just have them cover, even if it's not to win, just have them cover their spread.
So
I like it.
those odds, it's sitting at 1,100 something.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
Oh.
The only one I'm actually even a little bit nervous about is the Nick Chubb. I love the Vikings money line.
I'm worried about that Saints
now-
shit.
Don't be.
Well,
That's a-
you picked
that's a
the
lot.
Falcons.
That's a
You can't
lot,
pick the
baby.
Falcons.
I
But
told
like
you
I-
they would cover though, so they were at plus 5.5.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
cover.
Nah, you picked them in the shit though.
I
In the
did,
pick
but
'em.
I'm
You
just
picked the pick
saying.
'em. But
safer
in
pick would be-
money
would be spread,
wise,
yeah.
you're picking the cover spread.
But like I said, if you sprinkle a little 25 on there, the payout's gonna get you at 284. Nice little come up for y'all following along. I have a good feeling about this one this week.
Oh yeah,
Start
we
the
gotta start
season
one.
off strong. Get some money in your account to play with. You know what I mean? Hit a little couple more parlays. Make some money this year, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get it.
Yes, sir.
Well, good shit.
All right, fellas. Before we get out of here, something we're gonna do with all our listeners. Let your friends know. Let everybody know. If you are sub to us, you like the video, you comment your Cash App with your picks for the week. If you guys come out with a better record than any four of us, meaning say Ant goes 15-2, has the best record. If you beat him, we'll Cash App you $20. So put your Cash App in there, put your games in there, and if you guys beat the best player on this pod, Cash App the winner $20.
But you're not beating me.
Yeah,
That's all
I
I
was
gotta
gonna
say.
Yeah, see, to make it
Don't
interesting,
change.
I think whoever
might
has
beat
the
me.
worst record
Whoever has the worst
will
one
Cash
has
App.
has to
Yeah.
Cash App. Like
Yeah.
if he beats all of us, the worst record Cash Apps him to cover the best.
or her.
I like that. Or her.
Ain't happening.
Yeah, I'm not losing.
Yeah.
Not to you.
I might
guys.
not
Bro,
lose all season.
Imagine
That's
that. You
Shit, man.
picked Pittsburgh. You're losing. Week 1.
Johnny, you pick Jags.
Yeah, just wait.
Okay.
Deuces.
Washington sucks. Not deuces.
So it looks like we're wrapping it up. Thanks everyone for tuning in to episode 15 of the No Nonsense podcast. We would love for you guys to like, comment, and subscribe.
Rate and review. Rate, review, fellas. Come on now. Get us going. Get active on it. Appreciate y'all.
Yes, sir.
What a